Kailabreece.
Many people have said that immigration is the most sincere form of flattery, but then again, the early North American Indians made a great mistake by not having an immigration policy. Immigration owes its existence to the needs of a global market. People feel the need to move around for the purpose of work, dreams of a better life, or political asylum. Immigrants are people who obtain legal status marked by some form of residence permit that regulates the terms of their employment. Illegal immigrants are different in that they do not have any legal permission for work or residency. Now, there can be a host of complex reasons for lack of legal status. It could be a lack of interest on the part of the worker. It could be the state's refusal to grant such permits to certain categories of foreign workers, maybe due to a quota. It could even be institutional racism. Or maybe they just snuck over and are trying to secretly cheat the system. Whatever the reason, the modern concept of immigration is now related to the development of nation-states and citizenship law. Citizenship in a nation-state confers an inalienable right of residence in that state, but residency of non-citizens is subject to conditions set by immigration law. What this means is that citizens have a full range of rights that immigrants do not, and those immigrants who are illegal have even fewer. The concept of freedom of movement, which asserts that human beings have a fundamental human right to mobility, claims to not only advocate freedom of movement within nations, but between nations. Sadly, no nation-state currently allows full freedom of movement across its borders. Also, when and where immigration is permitted, it is typically selective. Ethnic selection, such as the White Australia policy, has generally disappeared, but priority is usually given to the educated, skilled, and wealthy, which is in direct contradiction to the actual needs of any true labor market. The fact that the door is closed for the unskilled, while at the same time many developed countries have a huge demand for unskilled labor, is a major factor in the problems connected with illegal immigration. Now, illegal immigration in the United States brings up a million concepts in itself, but two that stand out are the reallocation of lower-end jobs and national security issues post 9/11 hysteria. Many blue-collar jobs are threatened by illegal immigration from Mexico and have thusly sparked protest in various unions across. However, the sinister mockery of this whole practice, which literally seeks to employ illegal immigrants, is essentially meant to exploit immigrant labor. Basically, some Americans are out of work while others profit. Rich Americans want illegals here, and poor Americans do not. The second major concern is border security. Many people feel a wall and security posts stretching hundreds and hundreds of miles are necessary in order to safeguard our freedoms. Still, national security measures are imposed to protect society as a whole, but such measures also tend to restrict the rights and freedoms of those same individuals. Building a wall and arming it not only looks like a police state, but doesn't really solve the problem of national security. In order to secure our borders, we need to empower and strengthen our neighbors. Canadians don't cross our borders very often. There's a reason for that. We need to help Mexico. My question to my fellow intellectuals is this. What are your thoughts about immigration policy? Are yours firm? Are they yielding? How do we deal with illegal immigration? Do we deport? Do we imprison? Is this an issue of national security or an issue of moral decency? I wish I could say I had a concrete position on this issue, but I find myself sitting on the fence. 99% of immigrants, legal or illegal, are good people, and they move in order to live a better life. Now, the U.S. has often been called a melting pot, a name derived from the United States' rich tradition of immigrants coming to the U.S. looking for something better and then having their cultures melded and incorporated into the fabric of the country. The great Emma Lazarus once wrote in a poem entitled The Colossus, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore, send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me." I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Now, if we are able to be a nation of immigrants, a true melting pot of culture, ideas, and values, then we need to create a reasonable and welcoming immigration policy. As I've said before in one of my previous videos, if a problem has proven to be unsolvable, it is definitely better to try controlling it instead of continuing to enforce laws with mixed results. Let them over, put them to work, tax them like everyone else, and let's have a fiesta at my house. This is Kailabreece. What do you know?